Could this be any more serious? The Matthew Perry ketamine case. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Tonight, we're delving into a story that's equal parts sad and, well, a little bit 90s sitcom. Yes, it involves one of the Friends stars, but sadly, it's about as far from a laugh track as you can get. We're talking, of course, about Matthew Perry, the man who brought Chandler Bing to life. You know, the king of sarcasm, the master of awkwardness, the guy now embroiled in a ketamine supplier case. Yep, it's a wild ride. The story broke recently and it's been making headlines ever since. Apparently the DEA has been investigating a ring of ketamine suppliers in California. This isn't some small-time operation either, we're talking major distribution, and somewhere in the mix of it all is Matthew Perry's name. Now before we go any further, I want to be clear. This isn't about mocking addiction or making light of a serious issue. Substance abuse is a real problem and it's something that affects countless people. This is about understanding a complex situation and hopefully learning something from it. So, who are these alleged ketamine kingpins? Well, the details are still emerging, but what we do know is this. We're not talking about your average street corner dealers. These are individuals accused of running a sophisticated operation, allegedly supplying large quantities of ketamine to buyers, potentially including high-profile individuals. The charges against them are serious. We're talking about drug trafficking, conspiracy, potentially even money laundering. These are charges that could lead to significant prison time if they're found guilty. The DEA doesn't mess around, folks. They've been building this case for a while and they clearly believe they have enough evidence to put these individuals away for a long time. But here's where things get interesting. The investigation has revealed connections between these alleged suppliers and several individuals in the entertainment industry, including, you guessed it, Matthew Perry. Now I know what you're thinking. Could this be any more Hollywood? Now let's be clear. At this point, Matthew Perry has not been charged with any crime. His name has emerged in connection with the investigation, but that doesn't mean he's guilty of anything. It's entirely possible that he's just a witness or someone who was caught up in something he didn't fully understand. We know that Perry has been open about his struggles with addiction in the past. He's spoken candidly about his battles with alcohol and prescription drugs, even checking himself into rehab multiple times. And while ketamine wasn't mentioned specifically in his past admissions, it's not uncommon for individuals struggling with addiction to experiment with different substances. So, what does this mean for Perry? Honestly, it's too early to say. He could be completely cleared of any wrongdoing, or he could face legal repercussions depending on his involvement with the alleged suppliers. The important thing is that he gets the help he needs regardless of the outcome of this investigation. Section 4. Public reactions. A mix of concern and could this anymore? 2023? As you can imagine, the news of Perry's connection to this case has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world and beyond. Fans of Friends are understandably concerned for the actor's well-being, while others are expressing a sense of disappointment or even betrayal. Social media has, predictably, exploded with reactions. Some are offering messages of support for Perry, urging him to seek help and reminding him that he's not alone in his struggles. Others are cracking jokes because that's what the internet does best, even in the face of potentially serious situations. And then there are those who are using this as an opportunity to criticize Hollywood culture or even the justice system itself. They argue that this case highlights the double standards that often exist when it comes to celebrities and drug use. They point out that while countless ordinary people are incarcerated for drug offenses, celebrities often seem to get a free pass. Section 5. The legal fallout. What's next for the accused? Meanwhile, the legal process continues for the accused suppliers. They're facing serious charges, and if convicted, they could be looking at lengthy prison sentences. Their lawyers are already preparing their defense, and this is shaping up to be a high-profile, closely watched case. The trial, if it goes that far, will likely be a media circus. We can expect to see countless news vans camped outside the courthouse, reporters clamoring for any scrap of information, and legal analysts dissecting every twist and turn of the case. And through it all, the question of Matthew Perry's involvement will loom large. Will he be called to testify? Will he be forced to reveal private details about his life and struggles? Only time will tell. Section 6. A hopeful note. Seeking help and moving forward. Look, this whole situation is messy and complicated. It's a reminder that addiction is a powerful force that can affect anyone, regardless of their fame or fortune. It's also a reminder that we shouldn't rush to judgment, especially when we don't have all the facts. But amidst all the uncertainty, there's a glimmer of hope. If this case encourages even one person struggling with addiction to seek help, then maybe, just maybe, something positive can come out of it. And as for Matthew Perry, we can only hope that he gets the support he needs, whether he's ultimately found to be innocent or guilty of any wrongdoing. At the end of the day, he's a human being battling a serious illness, and he deserves our compassion. That's our show for tonight, folks. Remember, be kind to each other, and don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it.